Good morning, Bulldogs.
Today is a National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women.
Stay tuned for news. Good morning, Bulldogs.
And I'm Haley.
Today is Tuesday, December 6th, and we would like to wish a happy birthday to Lucas C., Walker R., Natalia S., and Ayla T.
Now listen up, Bulldogs, because we got all the news to start your day.
Hey Bulldogs, it's Griffin
And Anna.
from Community Life, and I'm here today to give a quick recap of what happened last month and the results of our fundraiser. So, on behalf of the committee, we just want to say thank you so much for all your support for the Movember fundraiser.
So we had mustache voting happening all throughout the month, where you got to vote for the best mustache, and the winner gets pied in the face. So the time has finally come to reveal our top 3 finalists, and in third place we had Mr. Smith, in second place was Mr. Brenzy, and in first place was Mr. Kamatovic. Also, a huge shout out to Mr. Ducroix. Also, a huge shout out to Mr. Ducroix, Mr. Hicks, Mr. Heisers, Mr. Witterick, Mr. Keltos, and Mr. Watson for being a part of the competition, and it was definitely a close one. If you want to see Mr. Kamatovic get pied in the face, be sure to come to the cafeteria tomorrow at lunch to watch the show, and a huge thank you again to everyone who donated in support of men's health during Movember.
Make sure to stay tuned for any announcements.
On December 6th, we observed the National Day of Remembrance on action on violence against women. The day is also known as White Ribbon Day and was established by the Parliament of Canada in 1991 to mark the anniversary of the 1989 murders of 14 women at l'École Polytechnique de Montréal who were killed because of their gender. Please direct your respectful attention towards the following video created by Miss Corcoran's Challenge and Change classes.
Just 32 years ago, on December 6, 1989, 14 young women were murdered at l'École Polytechnique in Montreal. Marc Lépine, who was rejected from the school, targeted these women for being women in engineering.
Il y a 32 années que pendant le 6 décembre 1989, 14 jeunes femmes étaient tuées à l'École Polytechnique à Montréal. Marc Lépine, un homme rejeté par l'école, a ciblé ces femmes parce qu'elles étaient les femmes dans le domaine ingénierie. 13 of these women were students, and one was a finance clerk. The Canadian government has made December 6th the National Day of Remembrance and Action Against Violence on Women to remember the victims and prevent gender-based violence. Today, we remember the women targeted by the gunmen.
13 des femmes étaient des étudiants et un était un employé de finance. Le gouvernement du Canada a organisé le 6 décembre d'être la Journée nationale de reconnaissance et action contre la violence des femmes, pour se souvenir des victimes et éviter la violence basée sur le genre. Aujourd'hui, nous nous souvenons de femmes ciblées par le tireur.
Annie St. Arnaud. She was a mechanical engineer who loved to write poems as a teenager. They were later published by her brother in 2010.
Barbara Klusznik-Widajewicz. She was studying nursing, and her husband fled Poland in search of a better life. She saw her new life in Canada as a grand adventure.
Michelle Richard. She was 21 years old, and she studied metallurgical engineering.
Annie Turcotte. She majored in metallurgical engineering. She loved swimming and diving.
Maud Aviernik. She studied materials engineering and had already gotten her bachelor's in environmental design. She loved to make sculptures as her hobby.
Maryse Leclerc. She studied engineering and was a rebellious student who loved to listen to British punk music.
Genevieve Bergeron. She was a chemical engineering student, played the clarinet and sang in choir.
Natalie Croteau. She was an engineering major, and she was planning to go on a trip to Mexico with their friend Helen Colgan, who was another victim.
Barbara Dagnall. She studied nursing, and she was a teaching assistant to her father.
Marie Lagenière. She worked in the school's financial department. She had 14 brothers and sisters.
Sonia Pelletier. She majored in mechanical engineering, and she loved rock music.
Anne-Marie Lemay, 22-year-old from Boucherville. She started in medicine, but then she ultimately finished her education in mechanical engineering.
Anne-Marie Edouard, majoring in chemical engineering. Loved to ski with her loved ones.
Elaine Colgan. She was a mechanical student and had 3 job offers lined up for her.
S'il vous plaît, levez-vous pour un moment de silence.
Please stand for a moment of silence. This day is recognized around Canada by wearing white ribbons on your chest, observing moments of silence, and attending vigils in your community.
Cette journée est exhibée autour du Canada par les citoyennes qui portent un ruban blanc sur la poitrine en observant un moment de silence et en organisant des veillées dans nos communautés.
We did our part. Now it's your turn.
Today we work to put an end to gender-based violence. Each class has been given a pledge sheet for you to sign and acknowledge that you will never commit, condone, or remain silent about gender-based violence.
Aujourd'hui, nous travaillons ensemble pour mettre fin à la violence basée sur le genre. Chaque salle de classe est donnée une affiche de promesses où vous allez le signer et jurer de ne jamais commettre, tolérer ni rester silencieux devant la violence basée sur le genre.
It's not just.
Ce n'est pas juste.
Chess Club is back, so get your checkmate on in room 107 today and tomorrow at lunch. Speak to Mr. Watson for any further details.
Picture retakes will take place on December 12th in the morning.
To book your sitting, go to bookmygrad.ca. For full details. Are in the grade 12 D2L.
Hey Bulldogs, do you enjoy reading? Do you like talking about books? Do you want to meet people with similar interests? If so, the SWC Book Club is for you. Come to room 225 during lunch tomorrow, where we will be discussing pages 1 to 25 of our month of the book, The House on Mango Street. Hope to see you there.
Indigenous student reps. Apply on our DSBN site and join the Indigenous Student Leadership Circle and represent your school. Meetings will be held virtually once a month, and we also have 2 in-person days this school year to bring this group together. We want to hear the voice of youth to help inspire and influence the change in the DSBN. No formal leadership experience required. Deadline is December 9th.
Tech Crew students are reminded of today's after-school tech rehearsal in the auditorium. Please plan to attend from 3:30 until 5 p.m. Attention to all members of the SWC girls curling team. There will be a brief meeting at the start of lunch today in Madame Bork's room.
Arts Winter Showcase participants are reminded of today's lunch dry tech rehearsal. We look forward to seeing you in the auditorium at lunch. Today's CAF special is Taco Tuesday.
That's all the news we've got for you today, Bulldogs.
Don't forget to follow our Instagram account at SWCTV 2023 for school updates and look behind the scenes of our morning show.
Thanks for watching, and we hope everyone has a thoughtful Tuesday.